2, 1, go.
Welcome to Mardox DLC Daily Life Chat. Today you have me, your queen, Coach Belinda Condell. You have the owner, Nelson, Pastor Buck, and Josh, our ever-thinking and ever-eventful guy. Now, here's Nelson.
What?
Here's Johnny.
Where am I?
Can you say caffeine?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how you said that fast.
That's how fast you said it. There you go. You just did it.
But we have,
Who needs speed? We have caffeine.
But we have 59 minutes and 57 seconds left to go.
Let's talk about, let's see, like 50 topics. Yeah, I can cover all 50 topics in an hour. Watch me.
Holy shit.
I bet you can.
One topic a minute. Fugly.
Yeah.
Fugly's asking, what is Belinda on?
Everything. Right now, my chair.
Coffee. Cheers.
So, my goodness, you're going to make me, like, crash.
She's on Nelson's crack.
Nelson's on something, and we just haven't figured it out.
Belinda is seeing me go by so slowly because she's so high. I can't do it. That's hard to do.
Wow.
Oh.
I am so not touching that.
Yeah, don't touch that. Don't. Can't touch this.
Can't touch this. No. I always have it. Jinx, we said it at the same time.
Yeah, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, and it better be Coca-Cola, not the other Coke.
I drink Pepsi there, buddy.
No, it doesn't work.
My husband got me off Coke and got me on Pepsi.
My husband got me off Coke because he found me on the corner of a street.
No. What was funny is I was in the diner one time and I said I used to do Coke. I said it a little too loud, and then I said real low, but now I drink Pepsi, but nobody heard that part.
We believe the first part.
I don't ever. I've never done that.
So let's get this started. We got 6 people watching, and those of you that want, you can type a message in Twitter. You can type a message on Zoom. You can do it on the chat, the forum, or in the YouTube. Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do super chats on YouTube. Yeah, super chats, $5 minimum. And tell us what you want us to talk about if you have comments or you have anything to say. John Brewer is supposed to be in the house, in the room soon, and he said he would be. So I'm hoping. So
yeah, he's probably busy brewing iced tea and beer for us. You know.
Yeah,
he's in the house.
So he'll be in fashionably late, wearing coffee and beer.
Where are you, bro? I'm dying here. I just texted him on Skype. Skype. That's the other place you can go to, is a Skype room and put a message in there. So what's today's topics, guys? I don't have any topics. Other than that, other than my personal dilemma, but nobody wants to hear about that.
Oh hell no.
Let's see.
We don't need to know about your itches, man.
No. I got big itches.
Oh no, you do.
Let me think about this. I'll try not to hurt myself.
There you go. What's trending? What is trending? Trending. Oh, I'm not. Hey, what's trending news? I just go to trending news. Trump declares that he is gay. Cool. No, just kidding. No, I got nothing to talk about today. You guys have any topics? Any ideas?
Cricket.
What do you
want?
The Family Matters house is being torn down. Oh, the Family Matter house is being torn down.
No, that was my show.
Yeah.
Urkel. Did I do that? Johnny Cheese.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Holy shit! It was really like having Steve Urkel on the.
Yeah, Julia White. Yeah.
Who?
That's his real name, Julia White, the actor.
Julia
He played
White?
Steve Urkel.
Wow.
Julia White.
Okay.
That's his real name.
Hold on a second here. I'm gonna share the screen thingy. There. Okay, there you go. Right there. You see it? You see it?
Yeah.
Right there. Did they do that? The Family Matters house is being torn down. Wow, I never thought they would. I thought it was a set. I didn't realize it was a real house.
Yep. Yeah, I read it was a real house like years ago.
Oh, don't you just love? You want to go look at an article and it's like, go away. Hey. Oh, and what? I was looking at something. Excuse me. There. And I wanted to go. Yeah. Oh wow. I didn't realize this was a. I didn't realize this was a real house. They filmed at a real location.
Yep.
Really? Look at it.
It doesn't look like. That's not the same house.
The same damn place, dude.
No, it isn't. Look at the pictures. It's not the same house at all.
It's the same damn shit, dude.
No, this isn't the same house.
It's the same shit.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, look at the screen, Josh. Look at the screen. That's the house that they say was.
Damn, I'm just fucking.
Look, this one here. That's not the same place. Well, it's not the same thing. God, I used to watch that. There, that's the house. Yeah. Hey, I would have bought that. Why are they tearing it down? Probably rat infested or something.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, jeez. What else is there? There's commercials. Okay, so anyways, that's that for that. They're tearing down the house, the house for Full House. Josh is falling asleep. If you're gonna do that, dude, at least mute. Okay, seriously, Belinda, somebody come up with a topic.
Okay, well.
Otherwise, this
I can't. I was told to mute myself.
No, but you're gonna yawn like that. It sounds horrid.
What about? Okay, here's something that happened to me recently. One of my very many adventures of all kinds of people I deal with. I was on LinkedIn and I was having a conversation with this guy. Now I know I'm not a good one to talk about this because recently I'm redoing a website for myself. But now this is a guy, okay, that supposedly, right, doesn't have a website, but he is big. Like, he deals with the 1% elite type of income people for what he does.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that he may not be telling the truth. I mean, there is always that possibility. And I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite because I know I'm working on my own website right now. But see, I'm the average smaller guy, okay?
Right.
But if I'm supposed to have a website, you know, to show my presence, right? You would think the upper echelon, like he is supposedly, would definitely have a website, would you not? Or am I wrong about this?
It depends on how they're marketing and who they're marketing.
Because Lee McIntyre, I know Lee McIntyre because of a reference, but he doesn't have a website to go to sign up under Lee McIntyre. He doesn't have.
Yeah, this guy gets all his business from referrals. He says.
I know some people that are big that their personal website links to their LinkedIn page or their Facebook page.
Yeah.
Well, I only know he has a LinkedIn one. I don't think he has anything else. But he actually is from my local area. He has a local mechanic shop, and somehow he deals with the upper echelon. He didn't go in detail about it. I talked to him last night. Okay.
Dude's a mechanic and is dealing with the.
No. He's the owner of a shop. He does something else. I forget. He does more than just own a shop. He does other type of service. I can't remember now. I have to.
He's a mechanic, but he's not a mechanic.
No, he's way beyond a mechanic. But I didn't know if I couldn't. My BS meter couldn't tell if he was just trying to talk up himself. But he talked about having a Lamborghini. And see, this when something like this happens, it just I don't know. I'm not jealous. It's a turn off because. If he has his upper echelon, why does he bother with LinkedIn when he's getting all his referrals? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that kind of contradictory?
Because he can, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's what I was asking myself is what's this guy doing if he has a garage and he's saying he deals with the upper echelon? You got to be careful.
Well, he didn't explain a lot to me, and I forget half of what he said. I'm trying to remember it all, to be honest. To be fair.
I'll be right back. Never mind. It's just a kid. Okay, so, yeah, well, how do you know this person? Well, first of all, what's his name?
Oh, his name's Kevin. We went in to get our speedometer calibrated last night, and we were talking with him.
Okay. He
owns the shop, and he was talking to the notary guy. We had the notary guy with us because it was for a court thing, for his car, and we got going into detail, but him and the other guy started talking to us, and this is when we found all this out. And but we didn't really have a chance to, like, you know, really probe him or anything either. That's why, like I said, I don't want to prejudge. You know what I mean?
Well, because
But a lot of it doesn't add up to me either.
yeah, no, it's just that I've been seeing a lot of people that have learned how to walk the walk and talk the talk, but it doesn't mean they have anything in their pocket.
Right, it could be an all show, exactly.
That's it. You know?
And they're talking about turning to Lamborghinis. I'm like, really?
Well, Lamborghini, I don't.
I have a 2004 Kia Rio.
Yeah, well,
That's
dude,
my actual car.
dude, I can honestly say I at one point owned a Jaguar.
Yeah.
But I didn't pay much for it. In fact, the guy owed money, so I took his Jaguar and I sold it. But at one point, I owned
yeah, it could have been two guys showing their penises and having a contest. For all I know, I'm just saying.
Oh no! Now
actually, the majority, the most vehicles, the most vehicles I personally owned. I had a Cadillac Eldorado, I had a Ford Crown Vic, and I had the Kia Rio at the same time. And then in high school, I had a Honda Nighthawk, which was my motorcycle, and a Pontiac Le Mans.
Right.
So I had my motorcycle license back in high school.
It's recording.
Yeah.
There's a daughter person.
Is that the babysitter?
Well, no, it's a babysitter. Oh, I can arrange the camera to be on you.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. That's my youngest daughter, the nurse. I guess she should get my injection.
It's time to go sleep, Dad.
Yeah, it's time to go sleep.
It's time for a tranquilizer.
You know, are you a psych nurse? Is that why you're hanging around them to try to get some case studies?
She can't hear you. I got headphones on. Otherwise, if I take my headphones
you
off,
you should tell her what I just said then.
Tell her it's time for your tranquilizer.
Ask her if she is a psych nurse.
No, she's a nurse for the elderly.
Yeah,
like I said, tranquilizer.
What?
She can go to any department at any time.
Oh, she can do any department anytime. She just heard us say that, so there you go. Okay. Anyways,
I was thinking she was a psych nurse and she was dealing with a mental house.
Back to what we were talking about, forgetting my daughter who's a nurse that's going to be useless in this world. That's my ball.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's the dog's. And no, Belinda, do some research on this person. Find out, you know what he is, because
I couldn't find anything on him other than LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, that tells me a lot that the person's not the upper echelon. I mean, you can go look up Lee McIntyre and you'll see crap loads of stuff on him, and he does.
Yeah, I know. I've gotten stuff from him.
Yeah. I don't agree with the guy's stuff, but Vic Strauss's, he deals with the upper echelon. We're talking people that can put out $2,000-$3,000 at a time. But
I mean, this guy's dealing with people that are okay. Here's what he does: he'll order car parts. It's like, remember I told you what arbitrage was, where you're like the middleman and you get paid the difference between the two people. Yeah. Well, this is what he does. No, some people cars that his shop works on, they'll order parts that would cost you and I, whatever normal amount. But he'll 10 times that for the rich people.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. I know it's free enterprise, but it's kind of greedy. I mean, I'm not trying to.
It's not really that greedy. I mean, they just had this lady here recently. I guess I saw it it was in New York, I think. She started her own auto mechanic shop, which is rare in itself because it's a female-owned shop. All the mechanics are female, and they have a nail and hair salon in the shop.
Yeah, I heard
so
about
they
that.
Can get the nails and hair. It was on the Today Show, I think.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Or Good Morning America, I think it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
But that would be like me, okay? That would be like me charging the average Joe, let's say $1,000, right? But then let's say I have this up-to-date broker person that is loaded, okay? And I charge them $10,000 or $5,000, whatever, to the $1,000 for the same package of my client. That's the lower end. That would be unfair. I treat all my clients equally for the same package.
Yeah, but Belinda, again, that's you. That's not everyone. A lot of people have learned that gouge. I go do work for somebody. If I know the person can only afford $200-$300, well, I'm not going to charge them $35 an hour. Whereas if I know the person has cash, I'm going to charge them my full price.
Yeah, but I want to be fair. I'm not trying to judge, but don't you want to be fair to everyone?
Yeah, but it's the person I'm going to go do work for. When I mean work, I mean website stuff. I'm not going to give them 10 hours of my time. They got $500. I'm going to fit it into a reasonable amount of time that fits within a constraint. But I'm not gonna sacrifice a client just not to be able to charge $35 an hour.
I will say in certain markets you have to, because a good example is in the Chicago market, for example. If you want to get somebody in the south side of Chicago, 1,000 to 1,500 is about the max you can go. But if you're in the north side of Chicago, if you mention that price range, you probably would get laughed at, and they would not take you seriously because they would probably think that it's not. They probably would think you're an amateur. If I don't say $3,000 to $5,000, they're not going to take me seriously.
Oh, okay, charging too little, you mean?
Yeah, because different markets have different pay scales based on the market that they're in, and if you don't even ask for that certain amount, they just think you're an amateur.
Yeah. I also
which happens.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ramble here. I also believe that a product that you're going to sell at $2,000-3,000, it better have the value that equals that too.
Well, it does have that. I'm charging less than what it's really worth because I want people to be able to afford it.
Well, we went over that. Belinda's charging way less.
No. I changed it to yearly now, not lifetime.
Well, yeah, but when you were at lifetime, that was way less. Cause
I know. Well, guess what? I'm selling just as much with the yearly.
But if you look at $3,500 across lifetime, and let's assume lifetime is 10 years, that's only $350 a year per client. That's peanuts.
Right. Well, I cut that off, so don't worry.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried. But I'm just saying that's what it was at. So by going yearly, at least
he's very worried.
No, yeah, I'm extremely. Look, I'm shaking. You know. Oh, I know. That's the injection I just got from the nurse. Hey, it's being recorded. Shush.
I still think she's a psych nurse.
Yeah, I'm a bum. Yeah. And if you want to talk, you got to be on camera. Well, look, Josh, can you go on camera for a second, buddy?
He's not on camera, so neither's Belinda.
Well, I don't blame Josh. Belinda, well, I don't want to scare.
I wouldn't want to scare the girl or the audience.
Josh, go on camera for a second. Go on, Josh. Go on, Josh. Put your camera on. Screw you, Josh. No, put your camera on, Josh, you wimp.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hold on. This is like a Chicagonian.
Let's see here.
Oh no, I gotta go to work now. You got people messaging me. Yeah.
That's 2:30. I got a 2:30 appointment. That's another 12 minutes away, so hold on.
12 minutes away, and you're gonna leave me with Belinda all alone? John better get in here.
Yeah, you'll be dead when I get done with you.
I'm hoping.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. If he's getting all these referrals, he acts like he doesn't even need an online presence, except for the fact that he does have a link.
Well, you don't really need an online presence. It depends on how you're marketing yourself. Lee McIntyre and myself, I don't advertise myself. I market my website, Mardox. I'm just now getting into where it's going to be. Where I created a brand new PayPal account, and it's called Nelson Buck Marketing. And it's gonna my main site's gonna link to all my other marketing pages and products that I'm building. But that's the there you go. There's Josh. Bald,
that's a minion.
Bald as hell. That's Josh.
That's a
There you go. There
you go. Come on, Josh.
On camera. See, I'm on camera.
Yeah, come on, Josh. Show your ugly mug to the girl. You remember the guy I talked about called Fugly?
Yes, my next hubby.
Well, Fugly is way better looking than Josh.
He's my next hubby. You know, Nelson. Nelson, you were going to be my next hubby, but now he's next in line.
Next in line. There you go, Josh. That's your phone call.
Kidding.
Huh?
I hear a phone ring.
That's not mine.
It's not mine.
I think it's Belinda.
Belinda, you got a high tech phone? Belinda left us. Great. Don't you guys dare leave me alone.
She's muted.
High and dry on the show today.
We're going to, man. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
John Brewer said he was going to show up, and I guess he's.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. There's John. Get lost, Josh. Josh is going to be gone. Hello, John. Mr. Brewer. Hold on, coming in. TikTok. John. Say something. Time is money.
Hey.
Hey. Hi, John. How are you?
Wait, the other guy disappeared.
Oh. Okay.
You insulted him. I got my. For those of you that don't know and just got into the show, I have a gorgeous daughter. Right. Look at the knee. There it is. Right. You see, that's a knee. That's the knee of the little girl I used to wipe the butt for at 3 years old. Now she won't come on. And I'm going to make sure your friends in college know. Oh, no, you don't have college anymore. I'll make sure your friends in university know about this video.
I'm not in university.
Well, you better. Go become a doctor. Kids today are so freaking lazy. Oh, my God.
Doctors are fucking lazy. Excuse my language.
Yes, they are. They are. They are lazy. Yes, they are. They make all the nurses do everything and the orderlies do everything. Hello, John. How are you, John? Talk to me, John.
Okay.
Talk to me, bro.
Just got home.
Just got home. Yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna leave me high and dry. Look, Belinda went mute and Josh left. I was about to go. Okay, everybody. Let's talk about nothing.
No, I just got home. Like I told you, I had class this evening.
Yeah.
At community college, and I just walked in the door, set everything up, and now I'm here.
You're not gonna do in the next episode where no one shows up? I'm gonna look at the camera. Watch this now. Watch the face. For an hour.
I would love to see you still be quiet that long.
Yeah, I'll do it for an hour. Oh, yes, I will. Okay, yeah, tomorrow's episode, nobody shows up. I'm sitting there for an hour just staring at the camera. Doot, 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 doot.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, my God, your voice is so shrill.
It is not shrill.
It did.
I could make it that way if you like.
My daughter heard your voice.
I barely said anything loud.
Yeah, you can hear your own voice.
Yeah, no, I don't hear my own voice.
I know your voice is kind of girly.
Yeah, my voice is girly? I don't think so.
Yes, it is girly. I agree.
Okay,
Then
cool.
fix my car.
What's wrong with your car
I
now?
agree. Tell your daughter I agree with
I
her.
need to change light bulbs.
Go change them.
I don't know how.
You see the kind of crap I gotta put up with?
You're dad. It's your job.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
You got a grandpa, go see him.
I don't want to see Grandpa. He's old.
That's what Grandpa's are for.
Grandpa watches this now, you know that, right?
Oh, Grandpa's going to take you out of his will now.
Come on, put your face on. Say, Grandpa, you're old. Say it. Come on, to the camera. Come on.
I love you, Grandpa. Put me in your will, please.
No, you don't want to be in his will. You'll wind up having to pay the bills.
Oh, okay, never mind. Don't put me in your will.
My dad's that rich. My dad is so rich, his bank account is inversed.
How rich is he? He's so rich that we have our own handmade cardboard boxes.
Handmade. Ooh, wow. So, John, we were talking about how Belinda came across somebody who went blah 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 blah. I'm so great. Blah 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 blah. I'm so special. Blah blah blah. And we don't think the person has anything to back it up. So, the storyline goes. Person says that they only deal with the top elite, the top 1% echelon of society in business. But when she goes and looks up information, all she could see was a LinkedIn account for this one person.
This is very interesting.
I thought you were playing a video.
This is very interesting.
Come here.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Before you leave, I want you to take a video.
Hey,
Yeah.
Seriously, go that way if you're gonna talk.
Well, to tell John the whole story, he supposedly he owns a mechanic shop nearby me, but he happens to have a LinkedIn account, but he doesn't have a website. He doesn't do any promotion. It's all referrals, and he deals with the 1% echelon. In other words, if he orders car parts, let's say for a high-end customer's car, he'll charge 5 to 10 times the amount that he would charge the average Joe for that same part.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, like I said the other day. I mean,
But supposedly he has all this business.
Belinda, I buy these at $30 a piece. These little hard drives, okay? I sell them for $150 a piece, and up. Depending on if when your laptop needs a new hard drive, that one's got a brand new one.
Cars need new lights.
You got the lights?
Yes.
I'm not changing them. I will at $50 an hour. I'm gonna do it after the show. If I do anything, it'll be after the show.
When's the show end?
At 4:30ish.
I'm just gonna sit here and open an app and play fart noises.
She'll do it too. I will fix you the lights. Just leave me alone. Go find food upstairs. There's food up there. Go find it and stuff your face.
Okay.
Yeah. Go make yourself a sandwich or something.
Like pizza.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Ask your mom if she can have it.
Okay.
That's hers.
Okay.
Because you know what happens if you just take it.
I'll just say you did it.
No, don't. Jesus. Thank you. So anyhow, John,
Yes.
have you encountered people that have done that, where they talk the talk, they walk the walk, but they got nothing in their pocket at all?
Yeah, I think I've encountered people like that before. It's been a while, but yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're few and far between. Other than myself, I'm doing a pretty good job, I think, of scamming you.
Okay.
I know he scammed me really good.
John and I had a conversation today, a really interesting conversation, and it has to do with people and their debts. And so John got some very personal insight into my situation. And I think everyone's in debt. Everybody has stuff to pay, and it's all a question of perspective and how much you stress over that amount. And when John found out about my situation, he must have been going, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?" I would be shitting diarrhea and shaking like a leaf and packing shit up. I was like, "What's wrong with this guy?" And I think Belinda knows a little bit what's going on too. But it's like, and people that know me, they're like, "Nothing's wrong." It's like, hey, it's Nelson, Yeah. But I don't believe that stressing over a situation like this is going to fix anything.
No, but it's a natural reaction, though, for some people.
But you got to come over, and I'll tell you why. I'm in a position to have to pay a bill. It's a rather large bill, and there's a massive consequence if this bill is not paid. And the fact of the matter is, hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Oh, she's not in yet.
Hey,
Wait till she shows up. Otherwise, the system doesn't. She doesn't hear us. There's Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Wait.
Library.
Use the hand. Use the hand. Say hi. I
Wait.
give up on her.
Wait like you don't care. Put your hands up in the air.
No. It's put your.
There you go. John got with it.
It's put your hands in.
Nelson got no rhythm.
It says put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Yeah, I do it my way. Thank you.
What I was saying. Everybody ignore the shrill voice on this side of the video.
You know what? Screw you. I'm doing it my way. Because, like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way.
When are you getting your microphone? Didn't you order it yet?
When I'm good and ready.
Oh, you didn't order it yet. I thought you said you ordered it. Oh, yeah. So,
I'm ordering a new cam, too.
So, we'll order it already. And actually go through the payment process. So, anyhow, big bill has to get paid right away. Very limited amount of time. And then people stress out and they're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And you get so caught up in this winding of what do I do and don't sleep, where you don't sleep at night, therefore you can't think straight. And when it comes time to try to find a way of getting the funds, you're stressed out, and the person at the other end of the phone is stressed out. Belinda, mute yourself. You're gonna type.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you become stressed out, and in my situation, where I gotta call my clients and say, I'm offering this price for this year's snow removal if you pay by this date. If I'm stressed out, and I call the client and I say, look, special price if you pay by September 30th, it's say $300. Otherwise, the regular price is $450, for example. So it gives our clients the incentive now to do snow removal. Gives them the incentive to pay now in September, not October, November. You see, but if they want to pass September 30th, well, I'll make an extra $150, right? But in the meantime, I got the money. But if I'm stressed out and I didn't sleep and I'm thinking, what do I do? And I'm shaking like a leaf, they're going to pick that up on the phone. They're going to pick that up and they're going to hear it and they're going to go, what's wrong with this deal? There's something wrong. And what happens when you have the feeling of there's something wrong with this? It might be the person's voice, the person's stressed, the person's desperate. But you might take it as, this sounds like a scam, right?
Yeah.
So don't stress too much on it and try to find out what are all your avenues. Who can I contact to help out? What services can I contact? Maybe I can take a payment arrangement with the organization that I owe money to, for example. What services can I cut down to not have to pay anymore in order to stay afloat? And above all, don't lose sleep over it. Losing sleep over a bill is about one of the worst things you can do, because you won't sleep at night. It's a constant thought. Have you ever had that, John? Go to bed and you're thinking of the bill?
No, I taught myself not to do that because, the Bible teaches us also that it makes no sense it's not good to be anxious over things.
Right, anxious be anxious for nothing. The Lord's already taking care of it. You have to trust in Him.
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing about it, right? The Bible teaches us that every day comes with its own problems.
Yeah.
And you cannot change anything by worrying.
I put my underwear on the wrong way this morning. That was a hell of a problem when I got to the toilet.
Oh,
here we go. But yeah, that's the thing too, Nelson. See, this is why I pay all my bills ahead, other than any. Well, I mean, sometimes I get unforeseen charges, but rarely. I rarely do though. But other than that, I pay all my bills ahead, so that if I have a slow month, a slow week, or something comes up, it's already taken care of.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, most people can't do that.
I know. I'm just saying you can.
I'd say 95% of the population cannot do that. They can't even fathom paying something a year in advance.
Well,
look at.
Granted, I'm making the kind of money that I can.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And that's great. But look at Josh earlier. He was saying, well, he wants to pay 6 months in advance, but that's a huge chunk of change. And that's only 6 months. I know the concept. My dad had the same philosophy when I was a kid. He would have the rent paid for 6 months in advance. That, again, if something came up, you had that leeway, and that's smart to do. But today's economy, most people don't have that.
That's another thing too. People think, oh, well, you're not trusting the Lord if you pay in advance. You're not trusting He'll provide. No. Actually, I'm being a good steward of my money because, like the Bible says to. Because if you think about it, if let's say you have Comcast or whatever your internet provider is, okay, where you are, if they offer you, and this is if you have the money, of course, to be able to do this, if they offer you 50% discount, okay, for paying ahead, whether it be 6 months, a year, whatever the deal is, it would behoove you not to do that because you're actually spending less money than if you pay month by month, just like your car insurance. You actually pay less when you pay by the 6 months or the year option than if you pay on the monthly because you're actually paying more by the monthly. So there's a couple of good reasons, practical reasons to do that, and that's being smart with your money, actually.
Yeah. If you got a service right now doing that where you are, you're lucky. Because here in Canada, I know for a fact that ideology of giving like 50% off and crap like that's gone the way of the dodo. Again, the economy sucks. Companies can't afford to give 50% off anymore. But also, we got a lot of competition.
Well, I'm a very old grandfathered-in customer. That's why they do it.
No, but I mean, Videotron up here is the major cable company. They're in competition with Bell Canada, Verizon, Virgin Mobile's up here, T-Mobile's up here, Fido. Who else is up here? I'm trying to think of the ones that are Rogers. And there's a lot of competition, so they can't afford to say, here, we're going to slice it in half if you pay in advance. Even though my hosting company for my server, I want to pay in advance. And this is an issue where next spring, I want to take a big lump sum of cash. I want to take like $5,000 and put it as a payment so that I'm paid for an entire year of server fees. So every month, I don't have to worry about the server being paid for. And I want to do it again the next year, the next year, the next year. And seriously? And they will not take large lump sums. And I finally got someone to look into it, and they want a paper signed, document signed. And I think what the document they want me to sign is a disclaimer saying, I understand that they get all the money, and if anything happens, there's no refunds. You see? A lot of companies don't want to have to deal with the money sitting in their account.
Well, see, here's the thing I would do. But I would have to open up a third bank account, and I don't want to do that. I tried doing this before. For those services that will only take monthly payments, okay, for example, or any business thing that I'm doing, I tried putting it all on a prepaid card. A card that you load up with a certain amount of money, and then they just, debit it every month, automatically that way. But they would charge me extra fees in addition to the debiting of the money, so I was paying more by having this prepaid debit card. Yeah. So then I thought, well, then I'll do it through my bank account. But here's the problem. We already have two separate bank accounts, one for personal and one for business, right? I want to keep my automatic payments separate, not mixed in with my other business stuff that is just for here and there. And I don't want to have three bank accounts. It gets ridiculous. So that's why I try to avoid all that mess if they could just take the yearly payment. But for you, since you just have two separate accounts and that's how you keep it solely anyway, you could always just, because it probably won't cost you any more to do this. Like, just keep your lump sum money in that account, and you just don't touch it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just debit it that way, you know.
But let's face it, there's a lot of people out there that are gonna go, yeah, I got the cash. There's something came up, and there's always a reason to go dip into a fund.
Well, that's where you have to be self-disciplined.
No, but I would like it if the phone company said, here's a yearly 1 month program, you know, paid for the whole year. I'd like it if they brought that back, but that went the way of the dodo. You know,
they still do it here.
Yeah, not that many companies. I know because software.
Verizon does. If you're a landline.
SoftLayer is an IBM-owned business, and they won't do that. They won't do yearly. You know, I mean, not all companies do that because they got to do the accounting for that whole time and make sure they don't spend it. And what if? You know, this is.
Well, I get an email every month.
This is why this document that I have to sign probably is going to say, I haven't received it yet, but when I get it, it's probably going to say that there are going to be no refunds and we will not give you back the money. It becomes our money and blah, 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 blah. Whole bunch of legal shit. But in other words, it covers their ass so that they don't have to pay anything back if something were to happen. Because it is a disclaimer. It's a waiver. And
yeah, what they do though too is like Comcast, they'll send me a monthly, they'll send me a monthly email just like as if the bill was due. But they'll say you have a credit of instead of the bill. That's all they do. So they still bill, and they still send me, you know, the email like they would do anyway, but it's just credited.
Yeah. But and most companies don't do that. I know that for a fact here in Canada and the United States. I don't think there's that many doing it, because again, it's an accounting nightmare to do that. And two, not many people can pay up front like that. It's almost.
Well, I'm saying if you can.
Yeah, if you can, but it's a dream for some people, you know. And it's if they can. Let's face it. Most. Where was I talking? I was talking to one of my buddies that runs a channel. The local store in his area is paying $15 an hour minimum wage. That minimum wage, the person would have to earn the entire minimum wage, 8 hours a day. 5 days a week, nonstop, just to pay the rent. That's all it will cover. And the store is all like, we start you off at $15 an hour. It's like, whoop-de shit. The cost of living in that area is astronomical. It's $1,300 or $2,000 a month just for rent. You know, yeah, it's like, you know, the economy is just gone to hell, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's not going to get better. Don't start thinking the government and companies are going to start lowering their prices. It ain't going to happen. You know, if anything, the prices are going to go up and up and up.
The only reason they do for me, they don't do this for everybody. They told me that only their oldest, you know, where they're like long-time customers that have always had, you know, good background with them.
Yeah, so
they're the only ones they do this for. They would not do this for new customers.
So you just proved my point. You know, you just proved my point. Not many companies are doing that. They're doing it because you're a good customer. If I was, I've been
with them for like 16 years.
I know that, but if I were to show up at your area and I wanted to pay my Comcast one lump sum for an entire year, guess what the answer is going to be? No.
Oh, no, they'll still do it for you, but they won't give you the discount like they do the old customers. That's the difference.
Because they're kissing ass for some reason. That's a given.
I'm a very good customer.
No, I believe you. It's just they're kissing ass for some reason.
I don't know, but I like it.
Well, yeah, but it tells me they're hurting. They're trying to get as much money as they can at any cost possible. That's not good business either. Anyways, we're not talking economics and politics. It's we know we know.
You wanted a topic, you got one.
Yeah, but it's one of the worst topics is talking finances because it doesn't apply to our people that are watching our show. People that are watching, they're going to hear this and they're going to be like, "Oh, screw that! I can never pay that." And I'm sure Lauren would love to pay her bills a year in advance. I know Lauren can. You know, it's. Well,
how is that other project coming along where people will be able to get some pocket money?
I already answered that to you. Every time I answer the same thing, I gotta get the video done.
You know, why did you do that yesterday when you said you were able to do it?
Because I did do some yesterday.
Okay.
It's called take and retake. Because of problems in the recording. No, I'm working on it.
I'm just keeping you on your toes, yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah, but it's like I can't say the name.
No, can't say the name.
I'm behind. No, I'm not behind. I got to the 30th to get the first project out. Like I said,
my daughter's birthday is the 29th. She'll be 14.
So Belinda.
Come on, Morty.
Yes, John.
You said before that someone said that if you pay your stuff in advance, that you're not trusting in God. Why?
Because they think their idea of me paying in advance means that I had to try to do it myself and not let the Lord do it like as the circumstance comes about. I know where I understand where they're coming from, but what they're not seeing, they're seeing what's in front of them. They're not seeing the whole picture of why I'm doing it. Like, for example, because I just want to get it out of the way, and two, because I get a discount.
My answer to that would be, why is it any of their business, God or no God?
I know, people get ridiculous.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't understand where they're coming from a biblical perspective, because in the Bible, Jesus taught. He said, for example, who wants to build a tower doesn't first sit down and calculate the expenses to see how much it's going to cost. And what is that? That's planning ahead.
Yeah, but they're taking out context, because if they look at what I'm doing, I'm being a good steward of my money because I'm getting a discount by paying ahead.
It's not taking anything out of context. The Bible teaches us to be shrewd, to be smart.
Right, but don't you think the Lord would agree that I'm getting a discount where I'd be paying more by the month?
In my religion, my God created all atoms in the universe. Therefore, I'm allowed to make a machine and print as much money as I want.
Oh my goodness, Nelson.
What? But I don't understand. What would God have against someone getting a discount?
That's what I'm saying. They're against me paying ahead. Yeah, they don't take into consideration the reason I'm doing it.
Okay,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what reason that you're doing it. Paying something ahead does not go against biblical principles.
Right.
Period.
One is religious. Two, they're idiots. And three, you can do whatever the hell you want. They're morons if they're saying that. They're probably jealous, if anything.
I don't know.
That's probably what it is. Are you serious? You had people tell you this?
Yeah, these are hardcore Orthodox type Christian people.
Oh yeah, how about we use a real word? Extremists.
Yeah,
they are on extreme side, definitely.
Yeah. These are the people that the Bible also talks about who puts their traditions and stuff over God's word. You see?
Oh, the Pharisees and Sadducees. Yeah.
So, I would tell them that they're full of crap, and you do what you want to do.
Oh, I already did. Believe me, I told them. Well, you'll tell you what. You take that up with God, and what I do is between me and the Lord.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I keep joking about my religion, but when I show up at the pearly gates, I'm going to be judged based on what I did, and if it's something I did wrong, I can go back to the Bible and say, show me in the Bible where it says this. It's not in the book.
When he gets to the gates, they're all going to be rolling their eyes like, oh, Nelson's here.
Oh, God, just let him in.
Face plant moments. Kidding.
Just let him in, God. Oh, he's going to argue every aspect. He's going to argue every point. You hurt that kid when you were 9 years old by putting that stick in the front wheel of the bike. Yeah, but he deserved it. I'm going to argue every point. Okay, let's bring the kid out. Bring him. What's his name? Come here. Did you deserve getting a stick put in the wheel of your bike? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Problem solved.
So what you guys been up to today?
What I'm up to about 5'11 and a half.
No. Okay.
What have I been up to? I've been making logos. I got depressed on programming today. And based on what we talked about, John, you depressed me this morning. I sat down in my chair and I went, oh my God, my life is worse than everyone else's. and seriously, I sat down. I was going to do code today. I got that other website I got to get finished for the client. And I went, oh, I don't feel like it. If it was a painting, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to put paint to canvas, And when I get in those moods, I just can't do the programming. It's like I'm going to do it, and it's going to be sloppy, and it's not going to come out nice. And really, there's not just one way to program something. You can say, I want this to do this, and there's 10 ways that you can do the same thing in programming, and some ways are just, bleh, like it won't come out professional. It won't work properly. So I got to put it aside and go do something else. So I went off and I started doing logos for another project. So I did graphics design today. So that was that's less harmful to society.
Good.
Yeah,
Belinda, what you been up to today?
No good. And you?
Teaching.
Peachy? Or teaching. Oh, teaching. Okay.
Gene,
Okay, John, we see what you're doing. You're trying to slide in to tell us that what you were doing. Okay, what is it?
No, teaching.
Yeah,
We're
tell
working.
us. Tell us what happened.
Nothing happened.
You usually get some funny anecdotes to plug into us here. I'm playing Xbox while we're doing this here.
I'm totally innocent, you know.
Totally innocent. I didn't look at that girl that way. I'm gonna get you in trouble. Your wife is gonna be like, "What?" I can feel her off the edge of your screen. She is that way, isn't she?
No.
She's the other way. Oh, she's that way.
She's that way.
That way. Okay.
Yeah.
Nelson, only I have the stovetop stuffing to her heart, not you.
Hey, you can have the stovetop stuffing. It's been there for weeks.
Nope, I got a new one. I just gave you the old one.
Yeah, Belinda thinks that she made stuffing and left it on the stove top. Nummy.
No, that's your thinking, Nelson. We all know what an excellent cook you are.
My daughter Jackie made pasta the other night, and I'm eating it. I started eating it. I'm like, there's a weird taste to this, you know. And I keep eating. I was like, this isn't. It's bitter. It's vinegary, and I'm like, what the hell? And I remember there were 2 jars in the fridge of pasta sauce that were in the fridge. I went over and I said, Jackie, what pasta sauce did you use to make the pasta? She goes, well, there's 2 jars in the fridge. I said, those were there for weeks.
Ew. I'm surprised you didn't get sick.
Well, no, it didn't smell bad, but it probably borderline. You know, it was separating probably. You know, and no, I had not an upset stomach, but you know the gurgling. Like your stomach had to like work overtime at mulching this. You know, it's like
yeah.
You know, so like yeah, Jackie, check the label next time. Dad's gonna be okay. Oh, give me a Pepto-Bismol.
You're lucky you didn't get sick. Most people probably would have got sick.
I don't. No, I don't get sick very fast on food. My digestive system is pretty good. Is pretty good about that.
Well, I guess mine is too. I don't know because I usually avoid food poisoning at all costs. You know, as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that like some people, one person can eat tainted meat. It could just be very, very like the very slightest taint. You know, nothing. And one person could be okay with it, but the other person might be more sensitive. And they get sick off the same meat that's tainted, but the other person doesn't affect.
Belinda just discovered that everybody's unique. She just came to this realization. Congratulations, Belinda.
Okay, John, get the muzzle out, please, for Nelson. Put him in the corner, keep him there forever.
Kick me out of the room.
Yeah, kick you out of the room.
Can't kick me out of this room, woman.
And sometimes
you're lucky. I would have just.
What are you gonna say, John?
Sometimes there's leftovers in the fridge, right?
Right.
And it's been there for a bit. And I asked my wife, I said, is this okay to eat? And she said, you know, she'll kind of smell it and say, I wouldn't eat it, you know.
When in doubt, throw it out.
And then I'd smell it and say, yeah, it's okay. You know.
I got a very sensitive sense of smell, and if something even slightly starts to smell wrong, and my wife won't smell it or nobody else will smell, I will smell it's going bad. And I will tell him this is going bad. And my wife gets all up in an attitude like, fine, just throw it out like you throw everything else out, you know. And a day later, because it's still in the fridge, because I didn't throw it out. A day later, oh my God, this has gone bad. and I told her.
I just got my Mardox in the shirt in the mail. Yay!
Huh?
Just got my Mardox shirt in Mardox shirt in the mail. Yay!
How did you get the Mardox shirt in the mail?
Because I did.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. How? It's not an original.
It's called Mail, Nelson.
Yes.
Have you heard of it before?
Right. I didn't print any yet. What are you talking about? Hello?
Carry on. Sorry, nothing else. Carry on.
You went and made one for yourself. Okay, gotcha. That's what you did, right?
T-shirt on it.
If I knew that, I just had to ask. I would have given you the original files for the logo. I'm hoping you didn't put the one off the website because that's way not high enough resolution for that. It's gonna come out old Dottie.
Oh well. Well, I'll do that next time then.
Well,
thank you.
Should have said something.
Thank you.
Well, what company did you go through? Because if you went through Vistaprint, it shouldn't have accepted it. It was too low resolution.
No, it was another company I used.
Well, oh, they already mailed. They shipped it off already. Oh, let's see when it gets there. It's just it said I got a version for the T-shirt, the one that's on here. But this is, like I told you before, this logo is 6,000 pixels across.
I should have made one for my daughter to wear.
Wear what?
Mardox t-shirt.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna wear that? I'd rather wear my clothes.
But Mardox is cool. It goes with everything.
Don't go there.
It
Don't go
doesn't
there.
matter.
She's a young person, and young people think
I
that
know. She doesn't
Give
understand.
me some Gucci.
See, there we go.
Gucci.
Oh,
Oh
my
God,
goodness.
It's so passe.
I know, right?
Oh,
Somebody wants a job, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, she wants to be an entrepreneur now. Finally, she wants to have her business with her slime.
Is that what she's calling her boyfriend now? What were we talking about? We were talking about something.
What? Oh, I said slime. Is that what she's calling her boyfriend now? Slime.
What were we talking about, John?
Wow, because you're actually so funny.
Yes, I am. I'm glad she noticed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. People laugh at me.
What's wrong with your friends? They think you're so funny.
The thing is, she's 13 now, going on 14, and she's going to realize when she's 17, 18, you know, he is kind of funny. I like him. You know, they all do that. My daughters did it. Their friends did it. I just grow on people. You know, I just.
Yeah, you grow on people like a wart.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
My daughter's like me. She's good at roasting.
You know,
Yes, I am.
Oh no! At 13 years old, it's not called roasting. It's called insulting.
Insulting. Well, she calls it roasting.
Yeah.
Told her that.
Okay. Anyways,
You know what-
Belinda, mute your thing because John wants to.
Sorry, I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah.
She left now. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Go ahead, John.
you know what kids hate when they bring their friends over and their friends think that their parents are cool.
Yeah. My daughters.
I know.
My daughters have done that, and they flat out said, "Well, your dad's cool," and they're like, "Oh my God, how?"
Yeah, well, her friends are like that. Yeah, we always thought our friends' parents were always better than our parents.
Yeah.
I always liked my dad's parents. I never got to meet my either one of my grandfathers. I met my dad's mom, my grandmother, obviously. I loved sitting there and just listening to stories that she had to tell when she was a kid. I could sit there for hours just listening to her talk. And I miss that now that she's gone, you know, and I miss that. And I can't remember the stories, as obviously, because the way my brain works, it's irrelevant information, it's gone. But I could just sit there and listen to her talk about stuff. But she would never talk to me about something. She would talk to another adult about something.
Right.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you know, just listening to what happened when she was a kid, you know, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. On my mom's side, my other grandmother, she was French Canadian at the time. I didn't speak much French, so I didn't make heads or tails of what she was saying. You know, there was no connection there. And then my nonna, my grandmother off from my dad's second marriage, the Italian family. She never talked much about, or she doesn't talk much about her past or stories like that. It's more like we live current day. This is today. Forget about yesterday. What are you doing tomorrow? Do you got a job yet? Are you married? You know, stuff like that. And it's like, yes, Nona.
Leave the
Yes,
chat, please, Nelson.
yes, Nona. I have a job. Yes, I am married. Yes, I have kids. You know.
Belinda's asking you to read, man.
Read what?
The chat in
Why do you do this to me?
because I have to do it that way.
In the Zoom chat.
I see a bunch of stuff written.
Don't read it out loud though.
Yeah, hold on a second, please. No, I have the headphones on, so it can't be heard.
Huh? Oh, okay. You see it, Nelson?
Oh, yeah, okay. Do you want the original logo?
No. What she's trying to say.
Oh, okay. She didn't really order one. Oh, okay.
She just said
Yes,
that.
but ladies and gentlemen, anybody out there listening, if you want to make T-shirts, I know what the message says. I get it.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I get it. But if anybody wants to make T-shirts, don't take the logo off the main website. Ask me and I'll send you the original logo for printing. It's another file. It's a much bigger file. It's something like a few hundred megs versus only a few K, and it makes a world of difference. If you print this logo from the one off the website, you'll have pixels this big on your shirt. I'll do it one of these days. I'll print the website one really big, and I'll print this one beside. And I'll show you guys the difference in quality. On the website one, you'll see the jagged edges. Oh, jeez. A lot of people don't get that. They don't understand that. The dots per inch really do matter when it comes to printing. It really is a big thing.
Yeah, of course. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, the one on the website is 150 or 300 pixel wide. Okay, the one that says Mardox, I think it's like 150 or 200 pixels wide. This one, okay, from there to there is 6,000 pixels wide. So it gives you an idea. That's at 150 DPI. I got a version of this even higher up. It's at 15,000 dots, and that's to be able to print out at 600 and 1,200 DPI. You know, so it gives you an idea. But even at a lot of people, even at 1,200 DPI, printed out that big file, the huge one that's almost a half a gig. That's only 10 inches. You know, so it's going to print a logo 10 inches. Like, wow, you know. But that's
a lot of people don't realize that this print and stuff, all it is a bunch of little dots. You know?
Yeah. That's it. You know, so it's a big deal. Your quality has to be there. If the quality is not there, it's useless. You know, you can't do what you want. Like this ring, the ring on the logo. I mean, this ring is printed out. Look at the detail on the fabric. You can see the lines in the fabric more than you can see the dots in the image. You know, and to have that ring made cost me a fortune. The person had to design it, and it had to be literally, if you were to print this out on sheets of paper, you're talking, you know, 40 sheets by 20 sheets. Okay. You know, as a design, but it's in that little circle. It's a big difference. But people don't understand about what dots per inch mean, the DPI. Yeah. It really does matter.
Oh yeah, makes a big difference.
Yeah, and I think we should talk about do a course telling our people what DPI is. Printing business cards. How often have you got a business card and it's just text, or you got a logo and the logo's all you can see the little dots. You know, it's all pixelated. Yeah. You know, it's because they needed 300 dots per inch and they only had 75, so they decided to print it anyways. And you see the little jagged edge. You know, like came out of paint or something. You know, that's why. You know, it's just a lack of knowledge. It's when it comes to printing, there's things that you need to know. And I had to learn. I had to learn about it. I didn't know about it. You know. Yeah. Here's Lauren. Hello, Lauren. You gonna say hi to us? At least wave. There you go. Was that too hard? John.
I hurt myself.
John, we're at 57 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything about that certain topic. I think we did good today.
We did very good.
Yeah,
very good. Yeah. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, we came close. That little instant, we came real close, but you know, we're good. So John is going to. What do you have against us people? What is wrong with my people?
Where should I begin?
God.
You have like a few years.
Okay.
We went religious, we went political today, we went philosophical, we went financial. And we
say it 3 times real fast, I dare you.
And we almost went another way.
Jelson's always going both ways. That's not news to us.
No, I go 3 ways. I said, I don't go there. I'm going to say it. You know, I'm going to say it. You know, you're going to make me say I'm trisexual. There, I said it. You know?
John, just take a gun and shoot me, please.
She started it. Everyone, she started it. Oh, wow. John, are you going to be on the show tomorrow?
Keep him guessing.
John, are you going to be on the show tomorrow?
Normally, yes.
Good answer.
You should have left him guessing.
John knows what I'm talking about, right, John? John now for this next 30 days is gonna be like, I gotta get home, I gotta get on the show. He's gonna be like, ding dong, I'm on the show. Oh, we're just ending? Okay, well, bye everyone.
I was here.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, I'm going to bed now. You're gonna see his little nightcap thing, you know, with the little pom-pom on the end. I'm going to bed. We're nuts. We're completely nuts.
Hmm.
But to wrap up the show, yes, I am working on putting out a brand new product a product site once a month, a minimum once a month. I might do more once. Some of them are going to go up like once a week. The 1st of October is, or 30th is the deadline. So let's say the 1st of October is the new product that we're coming out. The one that Belinda's talking about is technically this month. We're going to have that one up and running. It's just, like I said, I'm working on a video. We got an automatic one in October that's going to be up and running. And then from that, every month I'm going to have a new site up for you guys to use. Each site is going to be a different tool, like I told John today. If you need if one website's going to be a wrench, another one's going to be a screwdriver. If you need to undo a bolt, you're going to use a wrench website. Websites that I'm putting up are going to be designed around a function. Not necessarily ebooks and downloading ebooks, but a function as a one-stop, go get this tool here thing. So I'm working on that, and of course the videos. I'm going to get back to doing the videos. John is going to try to do more videos, and I think John's going to be working on his English teaching site too, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to work on that with John. And I'd like to get some people over there to help promote that site. John's got a good idea for his site, and I want to get it promoted. So with that said, stay tuned and keep watching our daily live chat and trying to keep this daily as of today. Yesterday.
John likes to cuddle with his Fritz box.
Yeah. John and his Fritz box. We'll have whole episodes of his Fritz box. There's going to be a series coming out after January 1st. An old man that I've been talking to, he's going to get in there and going, these damn kids today, them and them, their music, There's going to be a whole series like that going up.
Great.
It's going to be, I'm doing a series with a mask, an old man mask with the old hair. And I'm really I'm gonna tear into people and their thoughts. It's gonna be way beyond Nelson's thoughts. It's gonna be anti-Semitic even.
Nelson, you really do need to get a new hobby.
These people with their Bibles today, what do they think? Is it the Old Testament? Is it the New? I don't care anymore.
Oh my goodness! You could be some Jewish old cranky guy.
When I was a kid, we used to have to walk around with a what do we call that? An onion. But we had the orange onions and yellow onions back then because we couldn't afford the white onions. You had to earn 5 cents. And to earn 5 cents, well, whatever. We had to have the onions there. And that was just to keep the flies away. I got so many old man stories. I can go on and on and on and on.
When I was a kid, we didn't have shoes. In fact, we had one shoe the whole neighborhood shared.
But what I want to do is I want to do the old man thing.
We walked in 10 feet of snow at the school every day.
Yeah, nobody believes that anymore. There's no stories of that. There's no evidence of it. But I want to do the old man rant about topics going on in the news. That darn, U.S. president, what's his name? Honey, what's his name? What? Trump? Oh, that bastard. As far as I'm concerned, that's not a president. That's just a really bad landlord in a bad suit. There you go. So I want to get into doing old man rants. And Fugly got me into this. And he says you need to put a mask on, that old man hair sticking out, and then going as far, go as far as, blah, blah, what? I'm just using the intertubes. Leave me alone. And I'll have my daughter say, Grandpa, you can't be doing that on the internet. So we have a whole theme set up, lined up to with what we want to do. Anyways, John, you're here. It's not WWE, and the show is past an hour. My daughter needs, I guess, lights changed.
Yeah. And I must go because, yeah.
No.
No, don't leave me with him.
Okay,
Kidding.
John, you're here. The end of the show. I gotta go. Hint, hint.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for tuning in to the Mardox Daily Live Chat.
DLC!
And, yeah. It was cool having you and cool being here. And it would be cool if you do, like Lauren was just showing, it would be cool if you do 3 things. If you would like, comment, and subscribe. to the site and to the video channel. And yeah, tell us what you want to hear about. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. And tell us how many times to tell Nelson to shut up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And so muted me. I wasn't the one making noise, Nelson.
It was a clickety-click sound. It really does overwhelm his voice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so anyhow, yeah, so join us tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're all going to be here, even Belinda. God. Belinda's swearing right now because I just muted her again.
Screw you, Nelson.
We love you.
I can do this all day.
We love you, Belinda.
You.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys, everybody say goodbye. I got to get going.
Goodbye and God bless everyone.
And I'll try to be nicer tomorrow.